Joe Zikas from a website called YoChicago. Tell me, introduce yourself for me.
I'm Orlando Hill. I'm actually the grandson of Betty Hill, the person.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, who's the person that's the beneficiary of this charitable act. And so we're just trying to do our part, pitching in.
You're one of, if I remember right, 10 grandchildren.
10 grandchildren. I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest,
I'm
and
the oldest.
11 great-grandchildren?
11 greats, that's about right.
And 7 children?
That's right, exactly.
And you're the oldest grandchild?
I'm the oldest one.
How old is Betty Hill?
Betty was born in 1936, so that makes her 71 this year.
71, okay.
Her birthday is July 23rd.
So you brought a bunch of tools?
Yeah, I brought all of the tools that I normally use to do my own properties and just try my best to pitch in here.
So you got some skills, it looks like. You got more tools than I would. But what do you do normally?
Normally I work for Underwriters Labs. I'm an engineering manager there.
Okay.
Been there now for about 2 years.
How, you never grew up in this neighborhood?
Yeah, I did. This is the house that I grew up in.
You grew up in this house?
I grew up in this house. This is the one place that I knew to be home as a kid.
What was the neighborhood like when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, it was a fun neighborhood. It's a lot safer than what it is now. I can recall the streets being filled with kids of my age, and we play all the typical games, all the sports and everything else. It was fun. We had a lot of fun. It was very safe for us. Things have changed over the course of time.
It seems like they've changed a lot. I had a 9-year-old who wouldn't let me shoot video because he thought the police might be looking for him someday.
That wouldn't surprise me, unfortunately.
A 9-year-old boy.
Yeah, unfortunately, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, a lot of the people that I grew up with, I think of my best friend that used to live across the street, he went over to the Navy. Last I heard, he's stationed in South Carolina, and other friends went on to the military and some to less noble tasks. But it's a good neighborhood when we were growing up as kids.
Can it come back?
No, I don't think I could come back.
How can the neighborhood come back, though?
Can the neighborhood come back? I believe it's possible. I believe it is. I believe it has to start with the people's commitment to make it happen, though. It seems to be a mentality of defeat. People don't seem to be able or willing or interested in pulling themselves back up to return it back to its old status, and so that's where we are.
I know I grew up in a slum in New Jersey, and I wouldn't want to go back.
Yeah, I recently moved to a new home I built in Gurnee, and I'm very happy with it. And it's a good place for me, and I hope to raise a family there someday soon.
What would you tell somebody, the kids around here? Tell them that there's a way out?
I would tell them education is the way out and that they can do it. You know, no matter where you start from, it doesn't mean that that has to be your ending place. And so I can recall going to the local schools here and dealing with the public school systems and taking out loans to get through college, but in the end it's working out well, and so it's possible if they want it.
Education's what took me out.
That's exactly right. Education and church. Those are the two main things in my life when I was growing up that kept me on a positive track in sports.
Well, it's fun to see somebody out here helping their grandmother.
Yeah,
I'm going to go take a walk through the house. Thank you.
No problem.
They brought me some roses too. I brought me some roses.
So you making any progress here?
A little bit. Just a little. Oh, in the back. Have you been in the back what they're doing?
Yeah.
Coming all those places?
So I'm doing the tub surround back there, and
Hey, what?
that's a lot of progress since the last time I was here.
Yes. Once we paint it, it'll match right up.
So you're gonna paint the entire wall in, or?
Well, we're gonna leave some paint for the homeowners because we have to wait for everything to dry first.
ASAP,
Okay.
because sorry.
How are you guys doing here?
We're fine, thank you. We are.
And I'm gonna interrupt you here and head towards the back.
Oh, Vicky hiding.
Vicky, right here.
There you're hiding. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Oh no, you've already seen me. You've already done it.
Well, I've seen Vicky, but I'm coming in to see what's going on in the bathroom here.
Well, I'm gonna get out of here. You can see the real stars here. These guys that are working so hard. They have everything.
I already saw a big difference in the living room out there.
Oh, well, I don't know, but Scott's got all that stuff back there. If you need more, I'll get more.
Are you a union electrician or
I'm an electrician and I'm in a steelworkers union.
steelworkers union?
Yeah, I work in a can plant. As a maintenance electrician.
There are a lot of skilled trades out here today. You gonna be able to finish up today?
Don't know.
Okay, so you know what my opinion is? Forget it.
Yeah.
So she went ahead and did exactly what I said, and the whole council and everything agreed. And she said, you know, that was when Carmen was doing this. Yeah. Carmen was in charge, and she said, you know, I need your help and this and that and the other thing. And they always help her run it, and and then the whole council was just like, you know, you have to, and then she's telling me they're all going to do it, you know, whenever. And I'm like, well, what can you do? You said it, now deal with
What's going on in here? What are you guys doing?
We're trying to rebuild a closet.
Okay.
We put in a closet organizer and fix the roof. Put in a front curtain.
Looks like you got a good job ahead of you here.
Yeah, this is a nice little job for us. Hopefully we can succeed well enough.
First time you ever rebuilt a closet?
Yes. Yeah. Let's get the nails out of here.
Okay, I got him.
Let's look for. We might be able to reuse this wood for the one.
I don't know, it's kind of thin. I
Here.
Oh, that way, okay.
Turn like that. Just so it doesn't pop out and hit you.
You guys related?
Just by a few genes. She's my daughter.
Father and daughter? My daughter's down the street working on a house down there.
Oh, good. Are you with a different church or is
St. Francis.
St. Francis?
Well, St. Francis in Wilmette. And this is I think their 18th year doing this. How about you guys?
This is our first.
Well, our first time.
Church has been doing it for a while.
long time, yeah.
I met Vicky and she gave me some of the background. So what do you think? Is this a good thing for you to be doing?
Yeah.
She's going to be doing a work camp this summer, so it's just like a